your ruler.
Salt.
Your lands, your possessions, your very lives will gladly be given in tribute to me.
So I've talked many times about how I think that the folks at Warner Brothers, if the people in charge of the DC feature films would get in touch and collaborate with the people that have been responsible for the DC animated universe over the past 30 years. All of the people that have worked on the DC animated universe since the early 90s all the way till now have made great content. They've made great DC animated shows. They've made great DC animated movies. Even to this day, they constantly pump out great DC animated content. So I've said many times that if the theatrical branch of Warner Brothers could harness them in their movie making, they would surpass Marvel's MCU so fast. And I've talked about these shows many times, but again, Batman the Animated Series is one of the best, not only Batman shows, but DC shows, period, along with Superman the Animated Series, and then all the other things that are also in that universe. Batman the Animated Series created that universe, and Superman the Animated Series continued that universe, and Justice League and Justice League Unlimited, and and the most iconic characters, Superman and Batman's friendship, is a big part of that. And I think they touched on that a little bit in Batman vs Superman and Justice League, where they started having Superman and Batman be friends, kind of like where they kind of bonded over the fact that both of their mother's name is Martha. But anyways, if you're not familiar, I want to jump into this video so you can get a taste of how good Superman and Batman have been in the DC animated universe over the past 30 years. Let's jump into it.
I'm not trying to beat you. I'm trying to stall you.
For what?
So at the end of Justice League, during the Thanagarian invasion, Batman saves humanity by crashing the Watchtower into their doomsday weapon, and to ensure the target is hit, he's totally willing to die. Superman, mid-battle,
Batman!
screams his bro's name and flies off, saving him in the nick of time, and in the ashes, they smile at each other.
Always have to be the hero, don't you?
Right back at you.
To me, whenever anyone says Batman, Superman, this is the moment that always pops back into my brain hole. The image of two friends that are so enthusiastic about helping people that they've bonded over their willingness to give up their lives and also save each other on a regular basis. Because beyond being colleagues, they're brothers.
Shit, dude. That made me cry, bro.
Their friendship starts on Superman's show, when Bruce Wayne arrives in Metropolis to chase with the Joker, and in like the most early 2000s way ever, Batman and Superman aren't just ideologically opposed, but they gotta be involved in a love triangle. Lois is attracted to Bruce, they go on dates, making Clark jealous, but the irony is that in the end, Lois can't accept Batman.
She likes Bruce Wayne and she likes Superman.
Too bad we can't mix and match.
Which, watching it now, feels really weird. It's also kind of crazy how far we've come from this sort of cliche.
Besides, it seems to me you had your chance.
Anyways, originally they start out with a cat and mouse game, but then they save each other's asses a couple of times, Superman extends his hand out to help, and eventually they leave on good terms.
She's all yours now, if you can handle that.
Batman is rough, violent, and vicious, but Superman is compassionate and loving.
I won't have vigilantism in my town.
You'll be rid of me as soon as I find the Joker.
They differ wildly in their approaches, but they respect each other because of their mutual dependability as colleagues, and also passion for the same mission in helping people and stopping evil, to the extent that Superman even fills in as Batman at one point.
That was close.
You're telling me. The sooner we find your boss, the better.
Right side.
Although they don't really become true friends until they build something of their own. Before the League.
Change, now.
Aliens attack as Bruce investigates and get f***ed pwned, Clark gives him a friendship watch, like he's bloody Jimmy Olsen, and since no individual hero can stop these generic aliens, the League is formed. Batman can't commit, so he's a part-timer, which is basically code from being too annoyed to train with everyone and too shy to socialize.
Happy? Call me when it's important, and not before.
However, he's also there doing watchtower duty on Christmas while the gang goes on holiday, and when Superman comes back from traveling through time, he gives his bro a big old hug.
Am I missing something?
From rivals to colleagues to home, which Batman doesn't feel truly until Clark's supposed death. After Superman gets blasted into the future, Batman refuses to believe he's dead, too awkward to attend the funeral.
Batman hasn't arrived. Have you spoken with him?
He doesn't handle loss very well.
But he stands with respect for his fallen comrade.
I hope you know that. You showed me that justice doesn't always have to come from the darkness. I'll miss. What did you always call it, Clark? The never-ending battle?
The irony is that the realist never stopped believing, because that's what his friend gave him, just from working together.
For what it's worth, I don't think you could have taken Batman either.
This trust is also what allows Bruce to eventually share his home with the League. And also, there's a moment that I especially love where Flash is hesitant about revealing his identity, and Batman just reveals his, then Clark's, and then his own.
I mean, I trust you guys, but I'm not sure I'm ready to...
Wally West, Clark Kent, Bruce Wayne.
I love it because A, it shows how far he's come, and B, he has such a close bond with Clark and such a familiarity that he reveals his bud's identity without his permission, and Superman doesn't even make an annoyed face or anything. There's an invisible bond here that's cultivated absolutely beautifully in the background, like layers of sedimentary rock, but it doesn't truly crystallize until Unlimited. I don't even know if that metaphor makes any sense. The League gotta rebuild their operations, and they invite everyone in, but the dude that Batman is especially adamant is Green Arrow.
I'm an old lefty.
There to function as the voice of the people, and to keep the League honest. Which I really adore, because that means Batman doesn't identify himself as the outsider of the League, and also he has no anxiety or distrust over his own place amongst these gods.
Those monsters you don't fight, they tend to step on little guys.
He's transformed from being disinterested in training with them to being so passionate about making this expanded operation work that he looks at Arrow in a similar way as Superman once looked at him, the human.
Still don't think I belong up here.
That's the point. Someone like you will keep us honest.
While Waller to an extent is who he started out as, a skeptic who distrusts the purity of the League's intentions, that justice can come from the light.
Whatever you think you're doing, if you present a threat to the world, the Justice League will take you down.
So it's ironic that they are the ones who battle in the shadows. But when Superman delivers his big, passionate speech, Batman is the one making sure it's working, more than anyone else.
We sent the lantern for you because you never gave us an answer.
And as Superman gets more emotional, either from carelessness, Batman takes a bullet for him.
I just took a bullet for you.
Where Superman gets riddled with self-doubt, Batman has the evidence to emotionally support him.
They set you up, Clark.
When it looks like Superman is about to repeat multiversal history and kill Lex Luthor, Bruce stops Diana from intervening because he trusts his friend. He knows he's not an asshole. By the way, I also just love how Bruce went from being unwilling to attend Clark's funeral to just totally chilling with the League in broad daylight in public, on a stage. They're kinda like the mom and dad of the League, and the journey of their relationship from before becomes the microcosm for why they believe this community can not only work, but benefit everyone.
Who guards the Guardians? We got it covered.
For Superman during all of this, he's someone who never ever looked down or even doubted Batman as his equal. Even as rivals, he respected his talents and valued them dearly.
You're joking.
Actually, I'm having trouble finding Luthor, and I thought you might have some ideas.
And it's that total ignorance, and more importantly, sincerity of Clark not seeing himself as anything more than the dude in a bat costume, that's the glue that keeps them together.
I'm not used to being rescued. Thanks.
I owed you one.
That man won't quit as long as he can still draw a breath. None of my teammates will.
And I think this neatly summarizes what I found so beautiful in this relationship. Underneath the patient, years-long storytelling, there's a real sincerity and passionate optimism to it. There's something so fundamentally superhero about it, where it's two dudes excited to help people, bonding over their similar need and love, to the extent that it's through their bond that they have the imagination to build families around it. The New League wasn't just founded as a response to danger, but also on the ambition to not be alone.
That's enough. I think you got your answer. I heard you were crazy.
I didn't think you were stupid.
Did I miss anything? I figured you might want to help me bring Luthor in.
A partnership? You're joking.
Actually, I thought we worked pretty well together. Not that I want to make it a regular...
Damn it. Damn it, computer. My broken ass computer. This is the worst time to interrupt this sincere, beautiful video.
I've got some things to say. I should have said them when you were here, but...
Batman, it's really you.
Despite our differences, I have nothing but respect for you.
Really?
No. I never believed you were dead in the first place.
I guess that's sort of a compliment.
Bruce, you didn't get him a gift certificate.
No. Cash.
What? Come on.
Passing judgment like gods. With our superpowered army and our orbiting death ray.
In another dimension, 7 of you overthrew the government and assassinated the president.
We'd never go there. It isn't in our nature, and nothing can change that.
You don't act like heroes anymore.
He's right.
They set you up, Clark.
Does it really make a difference? You know me.
Yeah. I do.
We help you guys save the world and we don't even get any consideration?
5-minute head start.
A head start. You're getting soft in your old age.
Don't you have a tall building to go leap?
You'll outlive us all, Bruce. You're too stubborn to die.
Oh my goodness. Dude, that video was so touching. That video was so touching and well made. That was so touching. I almost shed a tear. Like my eyes got watery. But yeah, that highlights. There's so much good, like morality, philosophy. Anyone that just dismisses outright these shows as like, oh, that's for kids. You have no idea. You have no idea what you're talking about. You have no idea what you're talking about. These shows, these animated shows are far more in-depth than any theatrical film in the movie theater that they've put out. I mean, even some of the Batmans are rated R. I think 89 was rated R. I can't remember, but my point is, this is where the gold is, right? The shows that you just saw clips from, that's where the gold is. If you're not familiar with the DC universe, not in these theatrical films that, oh, you know, go to the movie and see the theatrical. They're great too. Those are great too. But the gold mine is in all this stuff. That's where the gold mine is. The action sequences and CGI of the movies is great and dandy and fine, but it's a tiny, some of them only capture a fraction of the feel of how the actual DC universe is. And that's why some of us are so critical sometimes, or will nitpick or movies and stuff. But anyways, the closest so far was the Snyderverse, right? And that's why so many people are clamoring to bring the Snyderverse back. And still, that now there's hope that they are going to bring the Snyderverse, because Henry Cavill is back in Black Adam, coming out this Friday in a couple days. And these a bunch of characters that you just saw in that clip. You know, you just saw Captain Marvel, you saw the Atom, you saw Hawkgirl, you saw I'm sure Dr. Fate was in there somewhere. You know, these are all people that have fought Black Adam, and it's most of those that I just named are in the movie too, aside from Captain Marvel or Shazam, as you know him. He's not in it, but it's just really good. That video was really good. How do I pronounce his name? Something. Yeah, I don't have it off the top of my head. But I'll probably check out more of his videos too, and because dang, he narrated and cut that together beautifully. Beautifully. So anyways, appreciate you guys for watching this video. Please like, subscribe, and all that. And watch another video that's going to be popping up right there if you want to. And also, please follow me on Twitch. I appreciate it. Appreciate you guys for making it this far. And I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.